I sense sarcasm in the air.
I do.
No, there's no sarcasm. Honestly, it's heartbreaking.
And it's somehow linked to Alton Towers.
It's not. There's no sarcasm.
There's so much sarcasm. I can fucking taste sarcasm soup.
Yeah.
No sarcasm. There's no semi-sarcasm
There's a
soup.
strong scent of sarcasm in the air.
There's no scent of sarcasm in semi-sarcasm soup. There's none of it at all.
Sammy sarcasm soup, 100% no sarcasm. Wink, wink.
Vegan friendly.
Hello and welcome along. It's Killer Rabbit Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Sam. I'm joined by Mr. Adam Chase. He's there, he's right there.
That was very quick. Hello.
I'm
Hi,
getting to it very quickly today because I've got some very important news that I need to get to really quickly or I'm going to explode. And I've got Benson as well. He's right there.
Well, I'm just going to take my sweet time now.
You're going to go supersonic if you're not careful.
I don't like the fact that it's 30 seconds in and we're both in shoes. I mean, it's the end of the show already then.
And now you're just derailing it, so I can't get to the important thing as quickly as I wanted to.
Have you got breaking news?
Rush.
No, I don't want to.
Have you got breaking news? Because to release breaking news, you have to already be talking and then shout over the other two people going, breaking news!
It's not breaking news. It's not news. It's just...
You said you had news?
It's not news.
Oh, now you're redefining what news is. Like, I've got news, but it's not news. It's news, though, but it's not news.
It's a
news.
point of interest.
It's just a single news. It's not...
You got POI? You can't be bringing POIs. We're not the POI podcast. We're not the POIP.
Exactly. We don't call ourselves POIs. Are we in the top of the POI category?
Are we number one for POI now?
I mean, it's a fairly obvious thing because for people that are listening that are hearing this, they've probably just pressed play and they can actually see with their own eyes, unless they're deaf. They're blind.
Hang on, they can see with their own eyes, unless they're deaf. Then they can't.
Yeah, you can't see if you're deaf.
They have to use someone else's eyes if they're deaf. It's just in the rules.
If they're blind, they might not have seen the fact that this is episode 50! So, Adam, give us the 50th episode klaxon. The 50th episode klaxon. Benson, give us the 50th episode poem.
On the 50th episode of Killer Rabbit Podcast, they decided to talk about things that were crass. And episode 49 was okay, and episode 51...
It's so far away!
It's so far away.
Oh, well, it's not.
So settle
it's
in for episode 50, and don't forget to tiptoe around the hoe, little Bo Peep.
Well, that was the worst thing I've heard all week. Well done, Benson. Thank you very much.
You can't ask me to improvise poetry. That's unfair.
I didn't ask you to improvise it. I told you about this 7 weeks ago, and you said you've been working on it
7
every
weeks
night
ago.
since.
7 weeks ago, you said episode 50 is coming up, and I said, well, can we focus on episode 43? That'd be nice. And you went, fine. And then, there was 6 episodes where we had zero planning, and what we've done, we got all the way to episode 50, and this will officially be the most unplanned episode ever.
But you said you took 2 weeks off work to work on that poem.
I did take 2 weeks off work to work on that poem, but I procrastinated a lot. I believe that's the correct word.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it is. But I will tell you one thing.
One?
That if you multiply 50 by 10, because I like to multiply things by 10, that'd be episode 500.
It would.
Right.
And if you took away 40 episodes, we'd be on episode 10.
Are you just... Is that it?
But I think the big thing we need to...
thing you were bringing up.
It wasn't interesting. The big thing we need to call out here is now... This episode now puts us on par with the OG Killer Rabbit that never existed. So this is now the longest running podcast, and we've done it in a shorter time. It's crazy.
Did we have 50 episodes on the last one?
We did 4 seasons.
I think we did.
That's true.
Well done, everybody. Yeah, episode 50. Thanks very much for staying with us for all of that time. Oh, and boy, have we got some special things lined up for this huge milestone. You've already had the 50th episode Klaxon. That was surprise number 1, which Adam's been working on for the past 7 weeks, and he absolutely fucking nailed it.
I had to have some vocal training and
He
everything
did.
for
He
that.
did nail it, to be fair. It was awesome. Can we have the 50th episode arid landscape sound effect?
I don't know, can we?
We can.
Can we?
It happened.
We don't know.
The listeners can.
don't know if it
This is the
happened.
ironic thing. The listeners actually hear more than you two.
That's true.
Unless you edit whoever's edit is, then one person is left out. FOMO much.
It's Zoom's sound suppression, isn't it, that causes the problem?
Massive.
is.
But yeah,
problems.
we've got loads and loads of things planned for episode 50. You know, we've taken it very serious.
I
this
ate
milestone,
I've
haven't
just
we?
eaten an orange quality street just before we recorded, and it's making my eyes water.
There you go, cutting edge chat like this about quality streets. This is what you can expect on
Quality
episode
streets.
50. Nothing less. So I want to go back to last week's episode, and
Episode 49.
it's definitely not a follow-up. It's more of a related story. So on the last episode, Benson, you told us a story about a bath. Can you just very quickly give us that story in a nutshell? What was that all about?
One of the bathtub things from Alton Towers that we used to be used on the log flume was washed away during a storm and floated 38 miles down a river to a place in Sheffield.
It did, didn't it? It did. And
It did, unless
yeah,
you're
so
going
it was-
to tell me otherwise.
it was a story of a little bathtub that wanted to go and explore the world and is sure to be the centre point of a new Pixar film called
yes.
Baths.
Bath.
Anyway, I've
With an F.
the enemy, and it's the shower.
I saw something this week that reminded me of your story.
I thought you were
and-
just going to
and
say that
tickled
the
me.
story was bullshit. Like, it wasn't. I got it from a reputable news source.
It was nonsense.
It's not a follow-up. It's related, and you'll see how. But are you guys familiar with Jeremy Vine?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. The man who...
Well, what
Such a
what
brave
kind of
man.
reaction was that?
Such a brave person.
Why did you
Fighting
react like that to Jeremy Vine?
Because he's an arsehole cyclist.
It's a bit of an annoyance. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's purposely trying to get run over all the time. There's him and this South African guy always on Twitter. I'm reporting you to the police. That was
Everyone
that was
hates
Jeremy.
him.
Yeah, because,
Cycling Mikey.
Yeah, he is. The thing is, I'm going to make this very clear. If you want to cycle, that's fine. Get a gym bike and do it in your garage. But people who purposely, in London especially for some reason, because they just hate everything, they try getting in the way of cars and stuff. And then they get knocked off.
I've seen cyclists do some very questionable things and then obviously blame a car for it.
Exactly. If you're a safe cyclist, good for you. Also, cyclists, pay road tax, pay insurance. How about that?
They're now allowed to sort of ride abreast of each other as well, aren't they?
The
So
now
if you
highway
come up
code
behind
advises it
cyclists-
now.
Yeah. So you can't get past them.
And you also
Anyway,
have
this is
to
not about,
leave
it's not about
full car
cyclists.
car width between you and the cyclist. And
Oh, which I would do anyway.
yeah, and you can only overtake them at like 20 miles an hour or something. I can't remember the full rules. Becky recites them all to me when I, go past a cyclist every time.
Oh, really?
I'm
She's
safe.
got
I
the
do it-
highway code out
I
on
do
a
it
lap.
safely. Yeah, then she
Page
unfolds it,
74.
unfolds it all, and it blocks the windscreen completely.
Which so far caused the death of 17 cyclists.
You're
Ironically.
passing them wrong every time. This is how you do it.
You're not supposed to plough into them. You're supposed to go round them.
Oh bloody hell! I knew I was getting it almost wrong.
How can I tell if there's a car's gap if I've not ploughed through the gap,
So what have you found out about Jeremy Vine? Is it come out that he's a nonce or something?
No, it's
Is it
nothing
not?
to do with
Really?
his. It's nothing
So
to do with his
that's
cycling.
crazy.
He could
It's
cancel
nothing
us.
to do with him
so-
winding people up on Twitter because of his cycling. But other than that, he's a very respected broadcaster.
Yes,
and has
he is.
broadcasted
Oh, is
a
it? I
show
thought he was
on
just
Radio
famous
2.
for the cyclist thing.
No, you didn't.
That's like a stain on his reputation. That's
Oh
like-
no
Yeah.
way! I thought that was it. I thought he had
Are
an
you
app
being
named after him.
serious?
Thought he had an app named after him from 2009. No, that part. I didn't. Honestly, I didn't know he was known. I thought he got famous through being a cyclist.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
this
Yeah, he's
surprised
quite
me.
well respected other than the
No,
cycling.
he's had a Radio 2 show for forever, and basically they cover sort of current events and, current affairs, should I say, and they talk about news stories and things like that, and it's largely inviting people onto his show to talk about things that are happening in the world and in the news. And quite often you get people calling in with sad stories, and this is one of those sad stories. It's not somebody calling in, but it's Jeremy telling us about
You're bringing us a sad story.
Oh my word! Honestly, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's a tale of sadness, of betrayal, heartbreak. Oh my word!
I sense sarcasm in the air.
I do.
No, there's no sarcasm. Honestly, it's heartbreaking.
And it's somehow linked to Alton Towers.
It's not. There's no sarcasm.
There's so much sarcasm. I can fucking taste sarcasm soup.
Yeah.
No sarcasm. There's no semi-sarcasm
There's a
soup.
strong scent of sarcasm in the air.
There's no scent of sarcasm in semi-sarcasm soup. There's none of it at all.
Sammy sarcasm soup, 100% no sarcasm. Wink, wink.
Vegan friendly.
There's no sarcasm. It's a really sad story.
You're getting more and more
Okay.
high pitched.
I guess I'm just going to have to play you both
opposite
the
of
audio, aren't I?
You're going to have to play
Honestly.
the audio.
So,
I fell off my bicycle.
I fell off my bicycle when I went past the car and they opened the door and I saw the door open but rolled into it anyway and I fell off and it's their fault.
well, there you go. You've heard it. There we go. Very sad. I told you online. No, it was. I think it was to celebrate so many years, maybe 100 years of the RNLI. You know, the
The
Lifeboat
Royal
guys.
National Lifeboat Institution.
Yeah,
Lifeboat?
the hero,
Lifeboat?
the Lifeboat
Lifeboat.
Hero Men.
They are
Yeah.
Lifeboat Hero Men.
Lifeboat
Yeah.
Hero Men. That's what I'm calling them.
The LBHM. They should be.
You know
called.
what's broken about our country? That lifeboats and helicopters for the air ambulance have to be paid for via donations, charities. That's a broken country, is that?
They
Let's not
also
get onto this
donate
topic.
for these idiot MPs, so I think it should go towards the RNLI and
Yep.
ambulances.
Well, I'm glad that you respect them and appreciate the work that they do. 'cause
Absolutely,
this
I do.
Story is going to be even more heartbreaking.
I always
So-
visit the place
What-
in Scarborough.
What's
when I'm
happened
there.
to the poor Lifeboat Hero Men?
Wait, did he get knocked off his bike by a lifeboat? That doesn't
Is
make
there, a
sense.
new, is there a new bike boat Hero Men?
No. Should we just hear the story?
Is there a shrubbery?
Is there,
Shall I
how
just
many
not play
shrubberies?
it?
2
And
shrubberies?
we'll just
or
speculate.
3
How many shrubberies are in the story?
How many shrubberies? We need to know.
Well, the audio clip that I've got, there's none, but preceding that, there was at least 8 mentions of shrubberies.
Okay,
It sounds
we can
like you're
accept
trying
that.
to. Yeah, are you,
You won't get
is he
to hear
being
that.
truthful? Oh, we won't get to hear the other 8 shrubberies that are involved.
No, you won't hear anything about shrubberies. 'Cause
What?
This
This is
portion of the
rubbish.
story has nothing to do with shrubberies. Nothing at all.
This doesn't sound like a good story. This.
No.
There's nothing about shrubberies. Right, let's hear it anyway.
I was talking to an RNLI person a while back, and I won't say where, but they said, and this just shows almost the care given. They had a guy in the harbour where they worked who was being rescued once a week, constantly rescued, because he was going. It was the southwest of England. He had a bathtub, and he was going out in the bathtub with his dog, with the intention of going to Scotland. And he would get just to about a mile, half a mile, and then start sinking every single time. And they said, bless them, in the end, the only way we could save that guy's life was to break up his bathtub. So in the middle of the night, they just smashed it up, and that was the end of that. And that's got to be part of it.
Fuck, man.
It's a tactical solution. I like it.
What day and age do we live in when you can't just get in your bathtub with your dog and go to Scotland? Absolute political correctness
I
gone
think I
mad.
know what his problem was.
There was a hole in it.
He didn't put the plug in.
Ah, no, of
What
course.
happened?
He let
didn't put
the
plug
bath
in.
out. He let the
That's
bath
it.
out. And it
He was just sat there
constantly...
going, no, let this out. No, I'm sinking the shit. Idiot.
Every
Idiot.
week.
Every week.
Every week.
Why would he do this? Like,
Some people have too
was
much
he trying
free time on their
different
hands.
methods each week? Was he
Right,
like, I've done
right.
something new this time?
And why is the dog getting involved?
This week it's going to work, Rover. I promise you. We're going to get to Scotland this week. I promise you. A mile in. Oh, shit.
The dog just thinks he's going out to see the lifeboat people.
Well, no, the plot
dog's
twist
like,
is it's
"Yeah,
actually the
it's lifeboat
dog. The
people."
dog's making the owner do it.
He's holding him at gunpoint.
Yep, holding him at doggy gunpoint and
We're off
making
to
him do this.
Scotland.
Well, the reason he needs his dog is so he can find the way.
Oh, his dog's the navigator.
So he just fills his dog up full of water and waits for it to piss to see which way north is.
Unfortunately, the bathtub quickly fills up with piss, begins to sink.
That's where the water comes from. It's the dog pissing.
And that's why he takes the plug out as well to get rid of the piss. So the water's coming in, there's piss everywhere.
So every week, maybe he just makes a slight adjustment. Maybe I'll feed the dog less water, but then its navigational skills might not be.
Does he just ring them
adept.
or something? Like, has he got... What's he
You'll never guess what.
Yeah. Frank's out again. Bloody Frank.
Wait till he's just got a bit lower. Oh, no, there he goes. He's going. Get
Right,
him
let's
out.
rescue him again. Come on.
You
Get
know
out your
what's
bathtub.
almost ironic about this now, Sam? For the listeners' benefit, me, Sam and Adam have a WhatsApp group and we talk about things, day-to-day life, and also sometimes what we're going to talk about on the podcast. And he said he was bringing a wee story to us today. And I went, a story about urine. And we laughed, and then he went, no, it's not a story about urine. But somehow we've managed to
We made it about urine.
manifest it into a urine story. That's the niche right there.
Yay,
Number
urine
one,
story.
urine story. Also, side note, after you played that clip, I do know who Jeremy Vine is now by his voice. It's surprising how not out of breath he sounds.
It's how serious he is, and it's almost Partridge-esque the way he can get through that little anecdote without pissing himself.
I wonder if they have like levels of sign-off and governance they have to go through to agree to go and break the bathtub in the middle of the night. Or because it's
I think they
a
just do
charity-funded thing, they're just kind of, lads, let's go fucking do it.
Maybe they have a division of the RNLI that is for bathtub breaking,
I heard
and
that
that's somebody's
and for
specific
£2
job.
a month, you can donate to a bathtub being broken once a week.
This poor guy goes out every week. Maybe this was the time that he was going to successfully do it. And like I
Is it
say,
like
he
a
made
record
little
attempt?
adjustments each time. No, he just wanted to get in a bathtub with his dog and go to Scotland, apparently. And they were just like, come on now, for fuck's sake, this is every week, mate. What do we need to do to stop you getting in your bathtub and trying to get to Scotland? Like,
I wonder how they
I
broke
won't stop.
it up.
And we'll break your bathtub. We'll break it.
But
Did they use
why didn't he
dynamite?
just get another bathtub?
Well, that's it. He probably will, and he's probably out again. Or maybe
Bathtubs
he'll
aren't
try a
cheap.
different thing.
You can't just have like an unlimited supply of bathtubs. B&Q will stop selling
you
them.
can probably find one knocking about.
Well, you can
Well, where'd
if
you
you're
find
near a river.
bathtubs knocking about?
And if it actually, ironically, if he'd used the one from Alton Towers, they're watertight.
Probably
Them
it's a lot
things,
safer, yeah.
they're buoyant, and then it would have been able to get there no problemo.
I think he was going to get there on this occasion, and they've ruined it. They've broken up his bathtub. The poor guy.
Careful what you say, because people are going to stop donating now to the RNLI, and I don't want to be the cause of that.
They're just sat there rescuing one guy in his bathtub every week. That's all they're doing.
Surprised the BBC hadn't jumped all over this. I suppose if he's on Radio 2, the BBC have jumped all over this, haven't they?
Well, I think we need to put an appeal out there for this guy to get in touch, because I need to know more about this story. Jeremy Vine can't just say, this happened. I need to know who it was, why he's doing it, who the dog was, what his preparation was. Is he going to continue? Has he got another bathtub? Has he got an
I need
unlimited
to know
supply of
what's going on
bathtubs?
with the bathtub. I need to know why it's sinking. I need to know what's
Exactly.
going wrong with it, because it should, if he's plugged it and he's set it up, it should be quite buoyant. Should
And
survive.
if it's sinking and they're rescuing him,
why are they
that
stopping
implies
it
that they're
sinking?
yeah. Why did they need to destroy it? Why didn't
Just
they
let
just
it
get him out
sink.
into a boat? Yeah. Why are they rescuing the bathtub as well every time?
I
Yeah,
know,
they
we're
brought the
leaving
bathtub
that
back
to
each
sink.
side. Yeah, they should. That's a good point. Actually, they should have just left it that there. Got the dog, got the human, and then wave goodbye to the bathtub.
Unless it does sink every time, and every time he does produce a new bathtub, in which case breaking his bathtub's not going to stop him at all.
No,
He's just
and he
gonna
could
be
always
back
rebuild
with
the
his
bathtub.
latest in a long line of bathtubs. I think there should be a movie or something made about this guy.
Call it
And
Bed Bath
I
and
wish him
Beyond.
well.
I don't think a movie, maybe a documentary.
Life of Pi.
No movie.
Not a movie, no, because then you
Why?
have another thing like that open water movie, which is about some people who fell off a boat and then there was some sharks and then there wasn't.
That's a terrible film. That it is such a bad
There were some
film.
sharks and then there wasn't.
There was
Awful,
at
but
one
this is
point
it.
it cut
It's
to a
like
scene from
going,
Jaws.
Oh, one thing happened. Let's make a movie about one thing happening. No,
I mean,
that's
to
how
be
you get
fair-
bad movies.
They made a movie out of a guy that got trapped and chewed his own arm off,
I know, 127 hours. I haven't
and it
watched
wasn't
that
even
yet.
127 hours. It was like
I know the film
1
was only
hour and a
like
bit.
1 hour.
False advertising.
Terrible.
So would you not rather watch a story of a man and his dog in a bathtub on the way to Scotland?
Unless it was
That
like
sounds
an
perfect.
animated movie with fun little characters, and then at the end it turns out that he just drowned early on, and it was just like some fever dream.
Wow.
That'd be
It was
cool.
just really, really high.
It's just the euphoric moments before he's drowned.
Sat in his bath at home with his dog
He's
in
just
it.
sinking, and he goes into this magical world, and he comes back just as he realizes he's drowning, and he dies.
That's a movie idea. Let's copyright it. Copyright it quick before Universal take it.
Copywritten. I've written it. Copied.
You've written it copied.
I've copywritten it.
If you're listening in, Bathtub Man, get in touch. Tell us
Make
all
a
about
movie.
it.
We want to hear your story. It's time for some.
What's it time for? Oh, you're telling me. Sorry.
Oh, ruined. Just absolutely
Sorry.
ruined.
Benson's middle section.
Benson's what now?
Benson's middle section.
The middle section of Benson.
I thought you were just
Clean
going to say
up on
Benson's.
Benson's middle section.
Clean up on the Benson aisle. Sam, I thought I'd give you the day off because you're busy
Thanks,
getting
mate.
in your
Appreciate
bathtub. Or something were happening with you in a bathtub and a dog. I can't remember what. Dog's penis went in your bottom. I didn't look quite. I wasn't really listening.
Told you not to tell anybody.
So I gave you the day off, and I've made my own middle section. Ta-ta-ta-ta. And with it being episode 50, which I completely knew about before you reminded us, I actually took an idea. I'm going to do a little contest, a little quiz. And the quiz idea I have used before, but this was like in season 2 of the series that never existed. So I can't remember what I called it back then, but this time it's called El Grande Cojones, which is a rough translation. The largest balls. So the full name, I don't know
Who's
how to
got the
translate.
biggest
but
balls? Is that
Who's
what
got
this
the
is?
biggest balls? That is absolutely right. Now, it's a very complex game, so I'm going to have to explain the rules. And then once the rules are explained, Sam will have some questions, and then I'll explain it more. And then we'll go from there. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Sorry, can you just explain that?
So there's going to be three.
What's going to happen?
There's going to be 3 topics. And when I give the first topic, I'll go to one of you, and you have to bid on how many things you can name from that topic. But before you start answering, the other person will get the chance to either let you go for it or bid higher. Now, if they let you go for it, you have to get to the number you said and you get the point. If you can't get to the number you said, the other person gets the point. If the other person steals it from you with a higher bid, same. You know, it works the same from there. Does that all make sense?
I completely understand it, having done this before with you, and I remember how it went, and I enjoyed it very much, actually. But for the purpose of the podcast, would you like me to pretend I don't and maybe ask some more questions, or are you happy to just move on and get on with it? I'll leave that with you.
I think we can leave. I think if you want to ask one question, we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay. How hairy is the dog?
Depends what time of year it is. Right now, not that hairy. Okay, so there's going to be 3 rounds. And these were random, completely random subjects, as you'll be able to tell once I ask them. If there is a dispute, it will be verified by Google. If one of you thinks you've got something and then there's a dispute over whether that's the part of that topic or not, then we will use Google. But my
Google verify
say is final. And if there's any arguing or crying, Sam, then you'll lose 10 points. But there's going to be 3 rounds, so you've got time to redeem yourselves if you fuck it up on the first one. Okay, then. So round 1 is car manufacturers. Sam, how many can you name? You've got 2 seconds for the number. 1, 2.
10.
10. Okay. Adam, do you think you can beat 10? Do you want to steal it a bit higher, or do you want Sam to try and answer 10?
Sam can give us 10.
Okay, Sam, you've got 1 minute to answer. You haven't got a minute, really. I'm just going to decide how long you've got whilst you're doing it. 10 car makes.
Fiat, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Suzuki, Ford, Vauxhall, Seat, Renault, and Caterham.
What did you say at the end?
Caterham.
Caterham. It's not Caterham, it's
I don't know
Caterham.
I don't know why I went with that bizarre one when there was probably lots of other obvious ones, but it got 10.
Okay.
10.
Excellent.
Well, that was quite easy, that, I think. Now, unfortunately, I did say car manufacturers,
Right.
which means you actually only got 3 out of 10 there.
Why?
Vauxhall, for example, is manufactured by Volkswagen.
Oh, you could get...
No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm joking. You got 10. You got 10. Although, technically speaking, manufacturers are, there's very few in the world now. Okay, so round 1, and the first point goes to Sam. For the next topic,
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I'll go to you first, Adam, with how many you want to bid, and then we'll see if Sam wants to outbid you. So the round 2, and I'm feeling you're going to have a higher number for this one, but round 2 is vegetables. How many do you think you can name, Adam? You can't be listing them off in your head. You've got to give me a number, straight away.
Oh, right, okay. I'm only going to say 10.
Okay, 10. Sam, can you outbid 10?
11.
Adam, can you outbid 11?
12.
And we got a 12 in the corner, and we're going to raise on 12. Raise on 12.
Yeah,
You
go
want-
12, go 12.
Oh,
You
no.
have to go 13. Oh, wait. You're telling him to go 12. Right, Adam,
Yeah,
take it
go.
away, sunshine.
All right,
12 veggies.
So vegetables. So lettuce, cucumber. Would tomatoes and then cherry tomatoes be 2 vegetables?
Neither of them
They're fruits.
are vegetables.
Oh, yeah, they're both fruits. You're correct.
It's a good job we were very nice there, because I could have let you say it and then gone. And I'm debating cucumber,
Cauliflower,
cauliflower,
cabbage,
cabbage.
Peppers. But then you
Yeah.
what? Peppers.
You got
are
5 so
vegetables.
far.
Don't me. Oh God, this is terrible. Spinach,
Spinach.
rocket, kale,
Yeah.
asparagus, corn.
2 more.
How many more? 2 more.
Yeah.
Green beans and sugar snap peas.
Oh, he got 12. Fantastic effort, Adam. Fantastic effort. Well done. That is a point each, which means we go to the final round now. This round. Again, these topics were randomly selected. Blah, de, blah, de, blah. The last
By
round.
who?
By me. So the final round is roller coasters from around the world. Now, before you put a bid in, these have to be roller coasters and not flat rides or dark rides or anything like that. It has to be an official roller coaster from around the world. Okay. Sam, how many could you answer?
I'll go with 8.
8. Adam, would you like to bid more than 8?
Well, I'm already winning if it's 1 each, isn't it? If I'm on 12 and he's on 10.
No, it's just
I'll
1 point
go-
each. You've won one round
okay,
each.
just
It's a
one
tiebreak.
round each. Okay. And you've said 8 roller coasters.
Can you answer more than 8?
Do
From
they have
around
to
the
be
world.
currently active roller coasters?
Yeah. They have to be standing.
I don't know if
I don't know
could do
how
it.
many
Go
you
on,
can name
Sam.
that aren't.
Well, but I'm not gonna. I'll say it afterwards. Go on. No, let Sam do it. You can do
Okay,
it.
fine. Sam, name 8 roller coasters from around the world.
Hulk, Incredible Hulk. Nemesis.
First
you
one's
erring me?
wrong. First one's wrong.
Why is it wrong?
It's the Incredible Hulk coaster.
I said Incredible Hulk.
You said Incredible Hulk. That's a comic, TV program, film.
You want me
from
to
around-
say coaster?
That's its full name.
You want me to say
his full
coaster?
name.
All right. Adam, you win.
No, you can carry on.
He's taking the piss.
Carry
Incredible Hulk the Incredible Hulk roller coaster.
on. No, it's the Incredible
His
Hulk
coaster.
coaster. If I was sat in the same room as you.
The Incredible Hulk roller schmoller bowler. I don't know. The Ultimate.
Okay,
Nemesis.
Stop. I said it has to be. No, stop. I said it has to be
Oblivion.
standing, and the Ultimate got torn down
Ultimate's
last
not.
year.
All right, the Rat.
No, you've actually lost now. You've actually
Black
lost.
All right, okay. Fair enough.
That's why I asked, because I was thinking like Corkscrew, Ultimate, and they're not existing anymore.
Don't be so butthurt about it, Sam. We clarified the rules.
Fair enough.
Give it a go anyway. Give me the other 7. Don't say the rat.
No,
either.
you've just said that I've lost.
It's the sewer rat ride.
I bet you any money there's a roller coaster in the world called the Rat.
The rat.
Yeah,
you
that's
could have
still
said-
standing.
You could have said the big one, Big Dipper, Grand National, Steeplechase, Oblivion, Smiler, or Galactica now as it's known as. You could have said all of them. And then you move on to Thought Parks. You got Stealth, Saw, Nemesis Inferno, Colossus, Flamingo Land, Velocity,
Such a
Sick,
coaster
Kumali.
Such a coaster nonce. Such a coaster nonce. Oh, look at that metal
you can't start
track.
taking the piss out of me. Well, some of them are wooden, so that's... You didn't think that one through,
I don't
did
think
you?
the track's wooden, though, is it?
You know what? I'm not doing a middle section anymore, ever.
I think you've
And I
already
don't
done
give a
it.
fuck if Sam starts moaning, going, I haven't got anything for this week. I'll be like, tough shit, tough titties, little boy. You're going to have to act like a big man now. Put your big boy pants on. Do a middle section. Because Benson ain't doing shit.
Benson's gone wild now. He's fucking
You know
out of
what?
control.
You know what? Cancelling the middle section. You're all cancelled. I'm going to tell Jeremy Vine you both called him a nonce and get cancelled.
Well done on your win, Adam.
Thanks, Sam.
Congratulations,
Good
Adam.
sportsmanship. Yay. I think it
Cracking
was a draw, though,
sportsmanship.
wasn't it? I didn't win. It was a draw.
No,
No,
you got
you-
the point.
you
It's
won.
2-1. It's 2-1. Join in next week when I give 3 more topics about roller coasters incorrectly named and not even existing anymore.
I could have gone for ages as well on those.
You didn't though. You said the ultimate, the 3rd one in or 4th one in.
I don't know that. I don't know if that's still there or not. That's the thing, innit? I don't know if it's still there. I'm not a coaster nonce.
If you went there, you would think, oh, that skyline looks different.
When was the last time you went to Lightwater Valley? It's fucking shit.
Many fucking
Oh.
years ago. It is
Well, that's
proper
it.
shit.
They got rid of
It
the
is
one
really
roller coaster,
shit.
didn't they? Like,
They did get rid of the one roller coaster, which was the
Hey,
ultimate,
lads,
which you went
lads.
down, and then at the end you're like, "Oh, that fucking hurts."
And it was fucking awful, wasn't it? It was the
Oh,
most
it was
painful
carnage.
thing.
It was
There
a
was once a-
horrible ride.
There's once a news story about it.
The longest roller coaster in Europe for however long, and it was the longest one, but it was also horrifically painful and shit.
the
And it's like,
longest,
why-
most painful roller coaster you'll
Yeah.
ever go on. Come
And
to
it's like,
Lightwater Valley.
I wish that only took like 30 seconds because it was horrible. I
Well,
don't want it to take
yeah,
forever.
Why can't it be a super smooth ride and it be super long? No, I have to be on the rickety fucking mine train of doom.
Did you see the news story about a deer got decapitated by it, and everyone got
what?
showered in by the train?
Oh, by
And
the
everyone got
ultimate.
yeah, by the ultimate. That's what happens when you build a roller
They didn't
coaster.
realise
in
that was
Woodlands.
just a new feature they'd put on it.
Yeah, that was just the Halloween edition.
It's just an animatronic deer
just
and then the blood sprays.
I thought they were releasing deers purposely onto it.
Just some dude, it's coming, train's coming, quick, release a deer.
But I've never.
Bill, we're running out of deer. We're running out of deer. We've slaughtered 82 today.
Well, a couple have got free, we got some spares.
Like their board of directors went, right, we're a theme park. Theme parks are known for roller coasters. We've got one roller coaster. What should we do with it? Close it down. Oh, brilliant idea. Okay, so now we're a theme
Excellent
park
idea,
with no roller
fantastic.
coasters. What do we do now? Well, you
Lose
could add
all
another
our
teacup
customers.
ride.
Oh, I like the teacup.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
manual spinning
X.
teacups. They're fun.
Manuel's spinning teacup.
Manuel's teacups, the faulty tower theme park.
Right, and welcome to the final part of the podcast, which has never really had a name or...
It's the final part. You just
distinguishing
called it. You just
features.
called it his name. The final
It
bit.
is. It's the little bit before the ending part.
It's
But it doesn't really have a
Before chapter 4.
particular
Is it the bridge?
style or vibe.
I mean, we've got
Yeah,
first
it's the
segment,
middle eight.
middle segment, second segment, end, haven't we? So, last segment.
Yeah.
end.
Sometimes you get
It's just
pre-seg.
the last bit. Pre-seg, yeah.
So this could be
we haven't done any
post-seg.
pre-segs. This is pre-final seg.
Well, we put a call out to the world before we got together to say, give
I
us some
did.
content, you lazy bastards. Well, Benson did.
Yeah, because they're the lazy ones for not providing us content.
Yeah, if these episodes are shit, then you've only got yourselves to blame, basically. Because
yeah.
we're forever asking you to send us stuff and
I
you know,
like
get
it. I
involved.
do like
You
it.
you don't give us
try,
content. You don't edit our episodes for us. You don't show up on the podcast to talk for us.
Yeah.
It's your fault, listener.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror if you've not enjoyed this episode and think, what could I have done better? That's what you need to do.
Not right now,
Philip.
though. Listen to the rest of the episode, and then once you've listened, then take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror and think, what could I have done better?
Yeah. And then when you come to the realization that you could have done a lot more, then do something about it. Get in touch with us. Come and email us. Find us on social media. Send us some stories and suggestions, which some people do. Fair play to you. We've got a few of you out there who absolutely love sending us stuff, and half the time we don't use it anyway. So
we should take a long, hard look at ourselves in the mirror.
Stuff.
Send us better stuff, not just more. Better.
Everybody should just be looking in the mirror constantly.
Are we naked at this
kind
point?
Of weird world. Of course we're naked at this point. Of course we are.
Thanks to Karen for sending us some stuff in. And Dave sent you something, Benson, didn't he? And I suppose it's something that we should probably talk about a little bit. Maybe
I think as a news podcast, it should be brought up at some point.
It's really not alternative news at this point, though, is it? It's now at one point it would have been considered alternative news, but then the internet went cray, and now it's mainstream.
Well, at one point we were going to talk
media.
about it, and we said, well, by the time this episode comes out, it would have been past that time.
Away, yeah.
So we won't talk about it. But you know what? That was a few weeks ago, and people are more talking. They're more talking now.
So what is this thing that we're talking about that we're not actually currently talking about?
The amount of pigeons has doubled at Trafalgar Square.
It has.
Doubled.
It has. There
Absolutely
were
crazy.
72, and there's now 144. I don't know. I can't do maths. Help. Was that
Ben, you
right?
just got
No.
me.
Oh, say that
It's
again.
right. 72 times 2. 10.
Yeah, 144 pigeons. Yeah. Well done.
Phew. That's the fastest maths I've ever done. Yeah, it's an absolute travesty, and the internet's gone wild with it because, there's...
Somebody photoshopped 145.
Someone photoshopped a fifth pigeon in, but it was clearly photoshopped.
Yeah.
Have we got enough
it's all
seed
gone
in the
mental.
world to deal with this many pigeons? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's the princess stuff. The princess.
Princess
stuff.
Diaries.
It's just the stuff about the Princess Diaries. Yeah. She's so yeah.
Where is she?
She's
Who
dead.
knows?
She's
Where is she?
She's
So
died.
we've tasked ourselves to go and find her.
There's
Killer
this
Rabbit.
week's episode, Killer Rabbit, find the missing princess. No, you don't. Or it could be like a Mario encounter. Maybe Bowser's stolen her. Maybe that's what's going on. And they've sent Mario off to retrieve her. But every time they get close, they realise she's hidden
She's
in
in a
another
different
castle.
castle.
That's it. So they have to keep searching all the
Unbelievable.
castles. So they can't admit it because then we'd know that Bowser's stolen her.
Yeah, and
That
I
pesky
think
Bowser.
the royals, the palace, are probably quite confident that Mario will get the job done because he
which is why
normally does.
No,
We did the
exactly.
plumbing for them
Good
the other
at
week.
this.
He's pretty adept at princess finding, so I understand.
That's
so
it. He's the best
just
in
sent
the
him off.
world, they say.
As far as people have on the CVs, not many people can have successfully found princesses on the CV, can they, sir?
the amount
He
of
can.
castles is raided and princesses.
I mean, I've tried and never had success, but I have tried.
I just don't have the fucking calves for all them jumping.
He's the right man for the job.
He
Shall we
is
agree?
absolutely the right man for the job.
So basically, what's going on is the princess, Catherine
the
Middleton of York,
Essex.
Duchess face, Essex Duchess face, has gone missing.
She's definitely
and
dead.
essentially,
I mean, missing.
they don't want to cause chaos or distress, so
Something's fucking going on, right? And
they've sent
being
Mario off. And they're
sly.
confident he'll get the job done and he'll bring her back. So when he does, they'll just be like, oh, she just got kidnapped by Bowser. Mario sorted it. Everything's
He's back,
fine.
Bowser
hero of
being
the realm,
Vladimir Putin
and then
or
we'll
something.
have Mario Celebration Day, and it'll be awesome.
There are
something
other...
theories. Something's going on. Something's happened. Something's definitely happened.
Well, this is it. We don't know, do we? The
But why are
internet's
they
gone
being
crazy
so
with it.
fucking suspicious about it? Like,
Yeah, the
you-
best
if-
way to avoid suspicion is to act suspicion.
Yeah, I know.
No, you
like
can't
with
act
everyone doing
suspicion.
this, you just be like, "All right, get on fucking TikTok or on Instagram and just do a fucking live thing, 30 seconds. Hi, I'm all right, just recovering. Boom, problem
Not
solved.
dead!
That's it.
I'm not dead.
Problem
But
solved.
these
Why have
days,
they
you
not
can
done
deep
that?
fake
Why?
a video, can't you? So
Yeah, I know you can deep fake it, but
the
people
video
would
be
know.
deep faked. I mean, it's like they had a double in the car yesterday. Do you see that?
Yeah, I
It was
saw
like
that.
a stunt double sat in a car.
And then why post a photo? Why post a photo where her face isn't even in it? Like, look, it's definitely her. You can't see her face, but it's her. Like,
It's
what
a
is going
woman.
on?
It's
What's
a
going on?
woman.
What is happening? It's a woman with brown hair in a car. She's got a high cheekbone. That's it.
Barbara Streisand did it as well, didn't they? Because that thing where it's like, if you tried to hide something and you end up bringing more attention
to it.
So it was very much like an underground kind of conspiracy theory that she was missing or something was wrong with her. And then the palace got wind of this and they released that Mother's Day photo, didn't they? And that's when everybody became aware of it because they were like, that's not real. That's been digitally altered. That's possibly AI. That's not her. That face has been taken from Vogue magazine. These kids were wearing this back in November of last year. But, I would say there wasn't that many people that were aware of it until they brought that photo out. And then everybody became... And that's the Barbara Streisand effect.
When you look at the photo, it looks fucked. Immediately, just from looking at it, all the like shading, all the gradient is all wrong. It's very 2D. It's like everyone's at the same level. Before you even get into the nitty gritty, looking at the fact that like the hands are wrong and there's weird blurring bits, and it's a picture from a different magazine that was taken months ago.
She's put on social media that she was photoshopping it.
She edited the photo.
So the royal family is sending.
Fuck up.
The princess is sending.
She just took the Vogue photo, put her face on it, put the hair in, then added her kids. No, what you got? They're making it worse for themselves, and it's hilarious. I'm all for it, but something's happened.
By the time this comes out, we might have found out more. There might be something. It might actually be something of nothing. She was in for an operation or something. She might be under the weather. They're just saying, let me hide away. And then obviously all of this stuff's come out. So they're like, just put a picture out, say, and then it's
a picture out, and she's just made up the picture. This is what I don't understand. Why doctor a photo? Just get a photo. They've got enough money and enough resources.
And it's probably a photo that's got in their family album that never was put out. And, the thing is, the internet, as always, has worked its wonders. And there is some funny memes on the back of this. There's some funny activity going on. But between that and the meth lab in Glasgow, it's been a fun few weeks for the news stories.
Wonka's chocolate experience. Willie's chocolate experience.
Willie's meth experience. The meth Oompa Loompa is doing cameo appearances.
Yeah, she needs to come on the podcast and talk.
I think we should get her on the
Willie.
podcast.
I saw a video from her, and it was the first kind of thing that she put out, and she was like, it's got a bit crazy. I did see the funny side, but can you there's been some really horrible stuff said, so can you just leave it alone? I don't like being in the limelight. I want to go away. And then she's like, actually, I can make some money off this. Yeah, money. Do some money.
But now it's confusing because there's two people claiming to be the meth Oompa Loompa.
Methumpa Lumpa.
Methumpa Lumpa.
Yeah, Greek goddess.
The Greek goddess of chocolate meth. So Methumpa Lumpa is, there's two people, there's one person who's done this whole news story saying like what she'll getting paid and blah, 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 who isn't Scottish. And then there's this other one who is Scottish who says she's the Methumpa Lumpa. So
I thought there was two Methumpa Lumpas though.
Never mind the princess. Who the fuck's the Methumpa Lumpa?
We got missing princess. We got Methumpa Lumpas everywhere. What's going on?
Nobody's seen the actual creator in person, which makes me think that AI created this entire thing. AI is giving instructions
They've
out
got a
via
video
email.
of the creator getting fucking harassed by parents.
Oh, I thought that was just one of the actors.
No, they got the dude, that fucking Billy.
Imagine that if AI had planned
Billy
all
Cool.
this and emailed people out.
Billy Cool.
Billy.
Yeah, he's a chance of that guy. If you haven't already, look into the backstory of Billy Cool, the guy who set up this Willie experience.
The Willie experience.
We didn't down the cool
ChatGPT came out and it changed that motherfucker's life.
That guy was like, I'm
going to rinse the shit out of this.
Using this.
What should I have for lunch today? Create a meth lab in Glasgow. Okay.
Write me 4 fucking stories and let me publish them.
He's released like 12 books,
I
hasn't
know,
he?
They're all AI and they're
AI
absolute
generated.
nonsense, apparently.
I'm going back anyway to the Kate Middleton stuff because I've got another conspiracy theory for you.
Okay.
I've got another conspiracy.
Spy.
Now, I actually quite enjoy conspiracy theories a bit.
One of my guilty pleasures when I'm just, when you just want to fucking waste some time, you can't be asked doing anything, but you don't want to commit to watching a TV show.
Look at a conspiracy.
I go on TikTok and look through conspiracy videos,
Yep.
not because I believe them, because some of the jumps, and
creativity,
some of the reaches are fucking insane.
Mental gymnastics.
It's amazing. It's so much fun. And then you read through the comments of all the people who agree, and it's like, you people are fucking crazy. I love it.
That's where we're going as a world, as a society.
I think it's enjoyable.
Yeah, the internet has made it far too easy for fucking idiots to spread nonsense.
Group together.
I'm not saying that I don't buy into the notion of any conspiracy theory. Stuff
absolutely.
about corruption in governments, I can definitely see that's going on.
They're not really conspiracies anymore, either though. That's just fact.
We know it's true, and they just deny it, and we go, well, we know, but we can't do anything about it.
There's the really ridiculous stuff, and then there's kind of stuff in between that I could maybe possibly be swayed into, but then because there's so many idiots that are already buying into that, it puts me off. Anyway, do
you want to be one of the early people in a conspiracy, like getting on the ground floor kind of thing? And
early adopter.
This is what's going to happen right now, guys. Honestly, we're going to be like the birds are real people here.
Are we the start of the conspiracy?
Well, not the start, but we can get in.
Let's see if you picked up one of mine
that
I like to spread seeds of conspiracy theories to see if one picks up on like message boards. Let's see if you've grabbed one.
The problem with some of the people that believe these things is they have so much belief and confidence when they're talking about these things that it just sounds like they know what they're talking about, even though they completely don't.
Because they absolutely.
If you talk with confidence, people believe you. That's just a common thing.
No, they don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, they don't. You're right.
No, they absolutely do.
No, they do not.
Absolutely do.
It's like a car salesman. This car goes not 60 in 3 seconds. And it's like a Peugeot 107. Okay.
Have you seen these videos that are everywhere now where people, mainly TikTok, but you do see them in other places, where people are going around with the microphone on the streets and just asking people like random questions?
Yes.
Yeah,
and quite often they just cut out all the sensible answers and just show you the people that are a bit fucking... Yes. Well, it's taken from one of those. I should have got the guy's at so I could credit him, but nah, fuck it. But yeah, it's a guy on TikTok going around with his little road.
Have you watched a TikTok video, Sam?
I saw it on Twitter. So it was.
I imagine that's how most of
secondhand TikTok.
I imagine that's how most of our listeners see TikTok videos. It's when we upload the TikTok video to Twitter.
Are you ready for the latest conspiracy theory?
Oh, yes, please.
The guy on the street goes up to somebody and asks them a very simple question. The first guy, rightfully, says how difficult the question is, and then the second guy just lands the conspiracy for us. Are you ready?
What's 4 divided by 2?
4 divided by 2. Fuck it, now you're putting me on the spot. 4 divided by 2 doesn't exist. It's not a mathematical number. They just tell you that at school.
So what's the actual answer?
By 2, you can't divide 1 by 1. You can't. To divide, you have to add. You have to like split and add. So you can't divide 1. So there's no such thing as 4 divided by 2. It doesn't exist. They just make you believe it.
So what's your final answer?
Wake up.
Wake up, guys! Wake up.
Wake up and listen to... Wake up and listen to Maths by Meth. I've seen that video. The fucking guy goes off, man. He is fucking fully into... You can't divide, man. You can't divide. It's a conspiracy. Division is a conspiracy,
do you remember the maths blunder that I had that time? I was... like 1 second away from going to maths is a conspiracy.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Benson, because as it is episode 50, I thought I'd put that clip in here right now. So if you are new to the podcast, then you'll have never heard this before. If you were back with us in the original days, this is from episode 6 of the OG podcast, and this came from a story about a claw machine. It's one of our favourite ever moments. If you have been with us a while, you've heard it before, but it's a beauty.
My story comes from good old Blighty and concerns a one Cheryl Holden.
I love all these names that we throw out.
It's one day they'll listen and they'll get in touch and have us done for defamation of character or something.
Defecation of character. Can you defecate a character?
Stop defecate. Well, if you ate it first.
So, Cheryl Holden, on holiday with her family.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sounds all right so far, doesn't it? At Camber Sands Holiday Park. They were in an arcade at Camber Sands. As you do. Two penny machines.
Always. You're at the seaside. That is tradition.
I got one of the proper arcade machines about a $5 ago now.
It's still got Time Crisis 1 from 1990.
Time Crisis.
And both of the guns don't work. But no, they decided to have a go on the claw machine.
Okay.
As is tradition.
Okay.
As is tradition. So, yeah, they're having a go on the claw machine, and Cheryl was attempting to win a Dumbo teddy for her little child, Aston.
Okay.
All sounds all right so far, doesn't it?
It's all nice and normal.
It even sound reasonable as well. The machine gave you 4 goes for £1.
4?
4 goes for £1.
What? Where do you get these machines?
I know.
So it's 3.
3 goes for £1.
3
isn't
goes
it?
for £1.
Normally. 4 goes for £1. So Cheryl spent £40.
Oh my fuck.
£40 trying to win this Dumbo teddy for her child.
Buy a
With the
fucking
RRP of
Dumbo
$12.99.
Just buy. Yeah, exactly. So it was at this point she went to complain to a member of staff to say, I've put all this money in. You know what you get into with these machines.
Yeah,
don't you?
It's like going to a casino and saying, I've lost all my money.
Give me some money.
It's a gamble.
It is
That
a gamble.
what it is.
It's a fucking gamble. So, yeah, she put 40 quid in, went to complain to a member of staff. The member of staff, being the good guy that he was, went and adjusted the machine's settings, because I don't know if I'm ruining some worlds here, but they have settings on them, these claw machines. They make them easier out of season, and they make them more difficult in season. So when you play on it, you think you've got the perfect grab, and then it just kind of lets go of the teddy at
He
the
has a
last
limp
minute.
wrist.
Yes, exactly.
It gets proper limp.
It's like if you go in the middle of winter and it's pissing it down, then you've got a good chance.
You can make a fucking killing on teddies, basically.
and then build your own machine, and bring it back in the summer.
Charge a fortune.
Business ideas.
So yeah, she went and complained, and as I say, the hero of a staff member changed the settings on the machine, and she put another £1 in, and on her very next £1, she won the Dumbo teddy.
Yay!
And there was
Cheryl.
much rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing. Yes. So she won the teddy. So yeah, that's the story. No, there's more.
I was going to say,
Because if you end there, then
There's
I'm
more.
walking out.
So she won the teddy on her very next £1. Then watched the guy that worked there change the settings back, and then decided that she wanted a second teddy, and proceeded to spend another £60 in the claw machine.
She's on £100 into a claw machine for 2 Dumbo teddies that she could get for 20 quid.
Well, she never got the second Dumbo teddy.
Oh my
'cause-
god! Did she go back and complain?
No,
Tell me she went back.
well,
and
she didn't go back and complain to that particular guy. But yeah, she spent
She'd already had it.
£100, 4 goes a pound, Benson. How many goes did she have?
£40 would have been 10 goes. £4 for 4 is 160. Hang on, give me the equation again.
Adam's gone. Adam, give me the equation. It's not fucking the theory of relativity.
Algebra, for fuck's sake.
So Dumbo times machine equals square.
£100.
If a train leaving a station at 4 p.m. tries to win 2 Dumbo teddies from a claw machine at 6 p.m., 2 people get off. No, so she spent £100.
You said £40? Oh,
No,
after
no.
the £60 is
In
40.
total, £100.
So she had
And
10.
the-
No,
Wait.
stop talking.
The machine.
Right, it's £4 a go.
No, no.
£1.
I'm done.
Right, I've got it. Right, £1, 4 goes.
Yeah.
She had
He's got his
10
fingers out.
goes. No. Adam's left the studio.
He killed Adam.
Come back, Adam. Oh, I need that Carol Vorderman. from
£100.
I get that part.
4 goes per pound.
So 10.
No, 10. Where does 10 come from?
I'm working it down and multiplying it.
No, don't go working down. It's not that hard. It's simple, man.
400.
Yay! Oh my god, that was amazing.
I don't know why. I don't know. It was the how many goes for a pound that confused me.
Oh, he's killed me. I'm sorry. Oh man, it was the pressure. I know. I appreciate it. Sorry, Benson. Oh man, so
So after £400, £100 later, 400 goes later, she got one Dumbo.
She got one Dumbo. Yeah,
Who's the real Dumbo then?
Exactly.
Not me.
So there we go.
Oh, that brings back.
We are early adopters then. So
We adopted that guy. Listened to that episode
Math is a
and
conspiracy,
decided
man.
from that moment that maths was a conspiracy.
I love this as well, where it's like if you don't know the answer to something or if you're unsure, just it's a conspiracy. It doesn't exist.
I'm going to start doing that when I get a tax bill.
I love that. But
It's a
that's-
conspiracy,
that's-
man.
It's definitely more. It's definitely more prevalent nowadays. Just be like, I don't know what that is. I don't understand it, and it's against what I believe. So it's a conspiracy.
That's a good point.
It's wrong, it's
You actually
conspiracy,
have the
man.
right
It's
to
fucking
say
conspiracy.
that maths is wrong. Maths doesn't exist, or maths is wrong.
Why do you have the
Freedom-
right to say it
freedom of
doesn't exist?
speech.
Tell me what gives you the right. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences.
No, there's no consequence. No to say maths doesn't exist. What's the consequence of that?
The consequence is
You
everyone
can
calls
decide
you
not
a
to believe in
fucking idiot.
maths. That's your choice.
That doesn't make it not true, though, does it?
Yeah, but people who believe in Jesus.
What is the nonsense that he's talking about to back it up, though? It's like you can't divide by one. To divide, you've got to add, and then you've got to take away.
You've
Yeah,
got
but
to
Sam,
add
once
to
you go
divide.
into the
Yeah.
conspiracy rabbit hole,
Did you not know?
and somebody
Sam,
asks
did
you
you
about
not
the
know that? It's just bodmass, right?
Bodmass is a conspiracy.
Bidmass.
No, that is
Bodmass is not a conspiracy. Bodmass is
Sincostan.
genuine.
Fucking circumference.
Sincon
Pi
Taz was just words on a calculator.
See, look at it. You don't understand it, so you've just gone straight into it's a fucking conspiracy.
Pi doesn't exist.
Pie always exists, but not for long, because then you eat it.
It's the same theory. People didn't understand how the universe started, so they wrote a book called the Bible. If you don't understand maths, you can just go, no, don't believe in it.
They didn't write a book called the Bible. They just wrote some little scrolls. Some random people in different areas that didn't even know each other wrote some scrolls, and someone went around and collected them. Went, I'm going to write a book about this.
And then Barry
then
Cole
loads of
got hold
kings,
of it.
and emperors over the years changed it to make it better.
That's it. Barry Cole went back in time
and then there was
before Christ. AI'd the shit out of it, and then just
Billy Cool, not Barry Cool.
Barry Cole is Billy Cole's great-grandfather. Only great-grandfather.
Barry Cool.
They all had an extensive life. So Barry Cole was there 24th of December.
Barry Cool
24th of
stole
December
all the
minus
stuff
one.
out of the Library of Alexandria before it got burned down.
Yep, and
then used
that-
it to write.
That got put into the AI database, which then spat out the stories for Billy Cool.
So really, the stories are ancient legends.
You know, Billy Cool, he's whatever his actual name is. His
I know
AI,
Billy Cool, yeah.
What would a cool name
Maybe
be?
maybe his
An
name's
AI's gone
AI.
Billy Cool.
You're gonna reinvent yourself as this Scottish madman called Billy Cool.
And we've come to the end of episode 50, halfway to 100. Who'd have thought? Not me.
But
Not
double
me,
25.
guys. Look at us.
Look at
Double
us.
25, yeah. How does that work, though, to be able to multiply? Then you've got to divide, and then you've got to add.
multiply.
It's
and
not.
then
Wake up!
Brackets
Wake
need to be
up!
involved. I'm asleep. No, I didn't realise. Wait, how do I wake up?
Bloody maths
Maths.
coming
I'm still
over
plugged
here.
into the math system.
We're all just plugged into calculators. Just calculators running the world.
Coming over here, stealing our division.
I mean, I am actually anti-maths because fucking hate maths.
I hate
So,
that.
yeah,
I like
think
them.
why.
maybe if
Numbers
more
are
people
my
want to come
favourite.
out and eradicate maths, go for it.
No, eradicate English.
I like English.
Maths in German is a lot harder.
No, eradicate English. Use more maths. Make maths a universal language.
Binary.
Everyone has to talk in numbers.
If you talked in binary, what would the non-binary people do?
Whoa. You can't ask questions like that. You'll upset people.
I can't ask questions like that. It's a valid conspiracy question because you'd select to be. So I suppose the non-binary people are just getting ahead of the wave, and they're sticking to how we
The
talk
wave.
now. We all move to binary, and we just have zeros and ones, and that's it.
1 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 1
Now you see, you
Zero?
wouldn't be able to say it with a laugh. You'd have
Zero?
to
One?
code the laugh in using binary.
1 1 1 1 1.
It would be somewhat impossible. It would be hard.
It would.
Speaking in ones and zeros. You'd have to
Oh my
convert
god! I've
everything.
just figured out why. Why they call people call themselves non-binary because it's not one
He's
or
had an epiphany.
it's not the two.
It's not one of two choices. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome,
that makes so much sense.
Benson. He's got there.
Good for them.
Nice epiphanizing. And on that absolute bombshell,
Boom.
we've come to the end of another episode of Killer Rabbit Podcast. Thanks very much for listening. Come and find us on the socials at Killer Rabbit Pod or email us at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com. Tell us what you'd like to hear more of, what you'd like to hear less of. Send us some stories, send us some ideas, and give us a quiz, whatever you want. Come and say hello. We love it very, very much.
We do.
And who knows, maybe we'll be around for another 50 and you'll have to stick up with us for that long as well.
You're in it for life now, bitches.
You suck. I've insulted the listener quite a few times on this episode.
They
so
know what they're in for when they listen to us, and if you knew,
This is
well,
Right. It's in the disclaimers.
This is
very true. And you know what? Anyway, listeners aren't real, man.
They're not real. It's conspiracy.
They're not real.
This microphone's not real either. Conspiracy.
Podcasts aren't real, man.
None of it's real.
Podcasts are not
Electricity,
real.
conspiracy.
Wake up. Wake the fuck.
Wake up, everyone. Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up. That's
Go
the end
to
of the
sleep.
episode.
Go to sleep.
I've been
It's a
Sam.
conspiracy to be awake. Oh, are you saying bye?
I said bye. You said I'm
You
back.
did.
Sam, I said it.
Sorry, I
Said
wasn't
I've been
ready.
Sam.
No, you said I've been Sam. That's not saying bye.
I'm speaking quietly because everybody's asleep.
Okay.
Wait, we want to
Okay,
wake
okay,
them up.
okay.
Why would you want to speak
Oh
quietly?
yeah, be loud. Sorry, I've been Sam.
Wake up, everyone.
I've been Benson.
I've been Adam. Wake up. Wake up. Wake
Bye
up.
for now. Wake up, you